will be, other than the...
Look, nothing matters but Legacy Week right now.
Yeah.
All roads lead to Legacy Week.
Legacy Week coming up. I want you to kind of tell people a little bit about what we have to look forward to with this.
Yeah, so Legacy Week is our annual celebration every year to celebrate us moving into the St. Luke building in July 2020 and creating or founding the St. Luke Legacy Center, because it wasn't a thing prior to us moving in. So yeah, we are really excited about it. We try to cover all of our pillars of legacy, which is physical, mental, financial, social, emotional, and community health. And so every day for 7 whole days,
wow,
we have events.
Ooh. 7 days?
Yes. Free community events for the most part. All equipping tools, resources, support, all the things.
Wow.
Yes.
And I'm looking too on the website. You're really not hard to find. You're very Googleable. But this
I'm very Googleable.
You're very Googleable.
Yep.
July 14th, Money Monday. Wait a minute.
Yeah, so Money Monday, we got some great sponsors that have sponsored our all week, but also some that have sponsored just specific days. Yeah. But Money Monday, we have People's Helping Hands doing financial literacy workshops, as well as Chase Bank coming through facilitating. We're going to have some credit restoration, some first-time home buyers. So Money Monday is always about financial literacy for individuals or families, community. So that's going to be from 12 to 6 or so on Monday at our Jackson Ward location. So come on out for that. Definitely refreshments and things. Tuesday is July 15th. That's Miss Maggie's birthday. Actually, what? Yes. Lit. And so we're doing another Maggie Walker Jackson Ward tour with Gary Flowers. And actually U of R Bonner School sponsored this. And so we were able to get a bus this year, because last year we was walking, girl. It was hot. Oh, we was melting. Yeah. What? But it was fun. Hey. So this year is from 5:30 to 6:30. You can get on a van and learn and not be hot.
Okay. Right? Okay. Yeah.
And then also Miss Jessica P. Hill. Every year we do our Therapy Tuesday. So she interviews licensed mental health professionals on Instagram Live to break down the stigma of mental health support. And, last year she had a panel of all Black men mental health professionals, which was really dope.
Yeah, that's fine.
Which sparked us to create this event on Friday, which we'll get to. But Wednesday, July 16th, that's Wellness Wednesday. So that's all about wellness. Yeah. Everything, vendors, food trucks, a big festival at the end. It's the Melody of Life and Lessons Festival, which we're really excited about. It's our first time having a festival at the end of Wellness Wednesday. So we've got about 9-10 artists, spoken word, performers, live bands, DJ. So it's gonna be a vibe. It's gonna be really fun, and that's for community to come out for sure. It'll be a lot of resources from the wellness space as well.
Then this is all free.
Yep, free.
Wow.
Yep, this free. Thursday, Teach Me Thursday. So that's for my small businesses, my small business owners. We're partnered with 1717 Collective. So we're doing intensive workshops for small businesses. So I want to make sure you get that application link so you can be a part of that.
Absolutely.
With business professional experts as well as financial experts. So talking about things like access to capital, getting ready to, take it to the next level, branding, whatever your issue is, you're going to be in a space with business owners at your level, talking about those things. And
definitely
then
need access to capital.
Yeah, for sure. Don't we all, right?
Definitely need that.
So Chase is going to do a good workshop for all our business owners about readiness and access to capital. And then it culminates to a happy hour on the roof at 1717 Innovation Center. And so you'll get to meet all of the entrepreneurial ecosystem organizations like MBL, SBDC, SBSD, Bridging Virginia, all of these different orgs in the city that people, if you aren't going out and looking and searching for support, you may not know it's there.
Yeah.
Friday, we're really excited about this. So this is the Mentality. The Mentality is our men's mental health event. So Miss Jessica P. Hill is headlining. Live podcast recording with Randy Wilson is going to be at MTK Auto Boutique. And so our whole goal is to reimagine luxury. So Black men specifically, take care of their cars and their outward appearance better than they take care of their inside, their mental So we're going to be at a auto boutique where, you know, we're going to have old school, new school cars. It's going to be a nice little showcase for y'all, but we're going to get into the conversation. So men and women are allowed to come. We got food, drinks. DJ Ray Vaughn is going to be there. It's going to be a vibe.
Yeah.
But the panel conversation with the Black man's therapist and her Black men, mental health professionals, will be for men only. So conversation just for them.
What
so
about
they can get poured
trans
into.
men?
Yeah, them too.
I was just wondering.
You gotta throw me out.
I'm sorry.
If you identify as a man, baby, come on. Mental health, right? Everybody need the mental health.
I be wanting to go to stuff, so you know, hey,
yeah, yes.
I'm not trans though.
Okay,
but you know,
well,
so
educate me.
Yeah,
educate me.
But
educate me.
I'm not trans.
Okay, but you, she, her.
Yeah, I'm she, her.
All right.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah,
we see,
I was just asking because you know my friend. I know I've been bringing your name up a lot lately, but my friend Xavier Gary, that's like one of my best friends.
Okay, and yes, I saw him.
Yeah,
the gala.
Okay, cool,
on Saturday.
The
Plus
gala,
Talk.
Okay. Yeah,
Plus Talk. I spoke,
and he has this whole thing. It's called the Ministry. Okay, but it's only for men. So I was like,
kind of exclusionary. Yeah.
You know, he on his journey from God. That's what God told him to do. So I can't be mad at
Can't be mad.
I can't be mad.
It's spaces for everybody.
But I be really like, dang, I just love talking to him. I love how he does the call and response thing for his, you know, ministry.
I gotta check it out.
It's amazing, but it's only for men. But
I think, baby, you invited. If you want to go to the mentality, go on, sit in the back. Be a fly in the room.
Okay, I will. I'm be like, Korinn told me I can come here. Y'all.
Korinn said, we're gonna get you a press badge.
Ooh. You heard him, or you heard that, LOL?
If you know about the Plus Talk Gala, then you know about the press badge.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. That's exclusive. They get you in and outdoors, moving around, you know, production.
I've been having a lot of conversations I've been making a lot of friendships with radio people.
Okay.
Yeah. They didn't put me on for sure. They be putting me on. All
right, so then we end the week with the Lotus Brunch.
Love it.
Bottomless mimosas, buffet brunch, indoor, outdoors in Carytown, all women vendors, kids zones. So the kids are invited to Wellness Wednesday, Lotus Brunch, bring the kids. Something for everybody, for sure.
The Lotus Brunch, showing us for a family-friendly brunch experience celebrating women-owned businesses, food, music, and
DJ Malika. Lotus Brunch
Malika,
is always
I went to high school with her.
I love Malika.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
We all know the same people.
Yeah, it's Richmond, baby.
It's definitely Richmond. Richmond. All right. How much time you got? Because I got more questions about this going.
Go ahead and ask.
Okay, so this is where I'm at right now. Because now this is a therapy session for me. I'm to the point.
Hold on, I got a gift for you.
Oh, the gift. Hold up. Y'all should bought me a gift.
Yeah.
Oh, let y'all know.
Okay, so this is the first year we've done this. It's year 5 of Legacy Week, right? I mean,
5 is my favorite number.
So it's year 5 of St. Luke Legacy Center.
That's crazy.
Isn't this a big deal? So we've got products this year. Okay, so this legacy necklace.
Oh, that's fire.
Right?
Yeah.
And so this is partnership with Soul Rise.
Okay, make sure you're talking to Mike so they can hear.
This is a partnership with Soul Rise.
Soul Rise, shout out to y'all.
Soul Rise Essentials. This is actually my grandmother's handwriting legacy.
Oh, man.
She wrote it for me about 6 years ago. So if y'all know any part of my journey, I'm now a caretaker for my grandma.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay.
This is, she will be 92 on the Lotus Brunch Day. Actually, July 19th, she'll be 92. So our goal is to sell 92 of them things.
Ooh.
So my girl's legacy will be all over the city.
Wow, so absolutely.
We're gifting you one.
No, I can't take that.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
For me?
Yes.
And y'all know I love a little piece of dainty jewelry.
It's real cute.
This is a real cute.
And it's hypoallergenic. It don't turn colors. It's not going to, break you out or nothing.
This is beautiful. You got such a powerful, potent energy to you. I feel the energy radiating off of this.
Thank you.
I'm ready to put it on there.
Yes, everything that we have is blessed for sure. It sits on the altar. It gets prayed into. Wow. With intention for sure.
And what's your grandmother's name?
Yvonne. That's why that Y is important. You say Korinn Y Carter? Yes.
Oh.
Yes, ma'am.
We getting all of the tea today, y'all. Yeah, I'm ready to throw this joint on right now. This is fire.
Yeah, no, I love the necklace.
And not everybody have this. You know what I'm saying? Like, this exclusive.
You got to pull up to the Legacy Center or pull up on us on Legacy Week. You can go to our website, stlukeLegacyCenter.com, and click the gift shop, and you can order you a necklace.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all want to be
so you can be a part of the legacy.
Like me. You know what I'm saying? Let me tuck this joint in because that one not even important no more. You got me, Lowell.
So shout out to Soleil. She worked with me on this.
Shout out to Soleil.
Yes, because we've been wearing them Brazilian necklaces down,
let me
baby.
Tell you something. Even this joint right here.
Oh, look.
What it came in. It's cashmere or something. Oh, y'all turning the city up with this one.
Cashmere.
It's cashmere. Cash money mirror.
I'm weak.
Hey, quit playing with her. Quit playing with her.
So then one more thing.
Wait a minute. This is too much.
But this is for you to smell.
Feel like Christmas.
This for you to smell. So we also did candles.
I love candles. That do not got Maggie L. Walker on it.
It's the legacy.
Are you kidding
candle.
me? Oh my gosh.
So we curated legacy candles with V of Rich City Colbury. So she used to be Hummingbirds. If you know, you know.
Okay.
If you know about her candles, you know.
Okay.
It has pyrite, citrine, crystals.
What?
So
no.
This is an abundance and attraction intention candle. And so my cousin Nikki and I created a custom blend, like a smell. So for me, it smells like rich auntie Miss Maggie energy. Like every time I see you, I'm pulling out $100 on my purse.
Like
Girl,
money.
what you need?
It smell like money.
It smell like you. Oh, it smell like money. Oh, okay. We
both on. Both on.
But it's like a masculine and feminine like balance.
Yeah. And
Strong
citrine
and
is
soft.
my joint. Like I'm it's crazy. I don't have my crystals on today.
Yeah.
But citrine, that's the prosperity one, right?
Yes.
Like that. And the pyrite.
Yep.
I don't know much about the
Pyrite is the money. That's what
Pyrite
you need to
is
know.
the money?
Pyrite is the money, baby.
Okay, they told me citrine was the money, so I didn't
Citrine
get the pyrite
too. Yeah,
one.
citrine
Okay.
is like success and all the things that come with the money, but pyrite is specifically for the money.
Oh my gosh, my god baby gonna be so jealous that she's not here. I'm gonna have to FaceTime her before you go.
So y'all pick up some candles.
Yeah, y'all pick up this candle.
We got
right here.
This is a small ounce, so this is 4 ounce, and then we also have 10 ounce ones. So 4 ounces 20.
If y'all want some money,
yeah,
definitely get this candle.
Yeah,
cause I ain't gonna lie, them crystals. As soon as I start putting them Jones on,
you start attracting
and then you burning
manifesting.
it. You burning this too, and it's going into the air.
We also have body oil.
What?
That smells like that. So we have the body oil, attraction and intention body oil.
Take my money.
But you got to be like careful when you put the body oil on though.
Why you say that?
Because you can attract the wrong thing if your intention ain't right.
Yeah. That's what
all
they be
money
saying.
ain't good money. This is a money podcast, but all money ain't good money.
No, facts. Because I got the money spray from Aquarian.
Oh, okay.
And my friend is real spiritual. Like she don't tell everybody. I think I'm the only one that she tell because she think people go judge her.
Yeah.
I believe in it, and she has told some people they haven't believed it. So you got to be careful who you tell certain stuff to.
Absolutely.
But I got the spray, and she was like, "Why you get that?" I was like, "It say money spray." She was like, "You could attract the wrong type of money with
Absolutely.
it. Like, be careful when you spraying that.
And you have to be careful of where you source and get your products from. So also, especially us, we're indigenous, right? We are, we come from somewhere different than others may come from.
Well, I never thought of myself as indigenous, so interesting. But I mean, you're right, because we're not from here.
You is, bro. You indigenous.
You right.
Yeah. So we got to be careful about where we get our things from. Yeah, because all intention ain't our intention.
Hey.
So these things are from Rich City Colbury, and then they've been blessed and dressed by the Goddess Collective. So Goddess Cheeky. Yeah. She's a community partner in the St. Luke Legacy Center.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
You heading out, Lowell? I'll see you later. See you later. All right. So about this, what's this? Did we talk about this one?
Yeah.
Melody
so that's the festival that's going to close out Wellness Wednesday.
Okay.
So that's from 4 to 8. So the full day on Wednesday is 12 to 8. Girl, I be tired.
I'm ready, set, and you a full-time caretaker. When do you have time to take care of yourself?
Ooh.
Who taking care of you?
If you was at the Plus Talk, you'll hear my speech once it drops all the, professional footage and all the things. But I spoke on that. Like, the Plus Talk was about leading well. So I spoke about leaving a legacy of wellness. Instead of the assets, buildings, money. Like, why aren't we focused on the intangible things that we leave? Like wellness. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. It was, that was deep. That was hard too. I always want to get in my public speaking bag, but my social anxiety is crazy.
You're doing great right now.
This is me and you, sis. This is easy.
That's true. That's true.
In front of 100+ people, that's crazy.
I was gonna pitch something to you.
What you gonna pitch?
I wanted to do a live podcast with you. We'll talk after.
We can do that. Yeah, we can do that. That's fine. Oh, we need Jessica P here on my little baby.
Yeah, we can have.
Okay.
I would love to have her here. I was about to see. I didn't know if she was coming with you or not, but
no.
Okay, this like a good little conversation. So I'm gonna tell you where I'm at right now with this.
Okay.
I am in the mindset of if I am not making money, I need to go back to work. And
ooh, child.
you know, a lot of people have that mindset. I grew up around a lot of people with that mindset, but after listening to a few things that you've said, it sounds like that's never an option for you. Like going back to work and getting a check and working for somebody else, even no matter like how bad you fall down,
man,
you don't think about that. Like you in that hustle or entrepreneur type of mentality.
It's so funny that we are having this conversation today.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've never had a job as an adult.
Yeah.
Right? Like after grad school, even like working with my cousins when I came back home, that was just like, you know, I mean, it was a job for them, but it wasn't like,
yeah.
I don't want to say it wasn't legit, but you know,
I know what you mean.
You know, family business type thing. So, and from there, I just started, like, I took it over and like, you know, kept growing. So I never had a job until September of 2023.
Wow.
So my grandmother's health started to decline, dementia, all the things, right? So that was 2020. Of course, her being in the house, that just made it worse.
Yeah.
So my dad lives with her full time. They still live together. Same house we all grew up in, Battery Park. And so more and more of the financial responsibility was being put on me, but also just the physicalness of deciding what happens. And, you know, all of these different things were starting to come into play. And so by 22, so 2 years into that, mind you, again, still navigating the pandemic, moving into this building, trying to, you know, change the world. I was not thinking about me having to be a caretaker. Which
heavy on change the world. Yeah.
Nobody prepares you for that shit. Everybody getting older, but nobody really sits down and talks about what that looks like, you know? So by March of 2022, I had to hire a nurse to help take care of my grandma. So it was like, I got to go to work. I can't be in here every day. My dad's capability is not that of a nurse, right? Like showers and bathing and like, you know, all that type of stuff. So from March 22, I've been paying for a nurse out of pocket.
Wow.
Yeah.
For 3 years?
Yeah. And and plus her expenses. And so some of her expenses,
that's expensive.
Oh,
those private duty nurses,
baby.
You going through an agency?
No.
Okay.
By the grace of God, we found our angel. Which she's now family. So shout out to Danae. Shout out to you.
Oh,
girl.
shout out to Danae.
Shout out to Danae. She's an angel walking on this earth, baby. Yes. So she worked in a nursing home with my homegirl. I had already known who she was, but I didn't know she was a caretaker. So it just ended up like falling into place. And her and my grandma like clicked. Yeah. So now at this point, my girl is like she listening, but she's not speaking. You know, fully not able to move, incontinent, you know, all that stuff. So we are moving her, we're changing her, we're feeding her, we're holding the water so she can drink, like all that.
She not in a nursing home?
Nah, because that was her wish, to stay in her house.
So
that was her biggest wish, was to stay in her house. Because her biggest regret was putting her mom in a home. Yeah. And so I grew up in the house with 4 generations. My great-grandma, my grandma, my dad, and me. So I watched it. My great-grandma had dementia as well. So we watched my great-grandma decline, and my grandma was always anticipating it. Like, that's going to be me. That's going to be me. Like, you know. And it was scary to watch, you know. And I was young at the time. So my great-grandmother died when I was in elementary school. Or like middle school, like middle school, maybe 6th, 7th grade, something like that. But so I took my ass to work.
Okay. Okay.
I took my ass to work because I mean it was at least another $50,000.
Yeah.
At least.
Where'd you work? Who could
from there
employ? Who could employ?
And so I had been praying and really like, yo, I really want something that's gonna fit.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I really want something that makes sense. It's no learning curve. It's easy to plug in and out. It's not like I'm not about to stop doing my business. Right. You know, we were growing, and so that was the other piece. Is like we're growing. I need to put this money into the growth, like not to me in the salary or whatever the case may be. So I put my grandma's nurse on payroll. So what my salary. I just decreased my salary and gave her that. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I gotta go get a job, bro. Like, so small business development center, Capital Region. So I was a business advisor, and I actually just got laid off on Monday. So
what?
I almost lasted 2 years. My first job ever.
Wow.
So it's so crazy we sitting here having this conversation about a job because now my whole mindset is like, I'm still processing, right, from being laid off. It was unexpected. I've been kind of on the chopping block, right, like, but it abruptly happened. I wasn't expecting at this time, and I've been wanting to quit because my business is really like I got about 40 employees right now. We like in this sweet spot of like taking it really to the next level, but I haven't had the capacity to fully like devote to it because I've been working this job. But I needed a job, but also the job, like I never had nobody else paying me. So that security hit different. That shit felt crazy. And so I got comfortable in that, right? And so I know in this season, God is like, you know, he forced my hand because I ain't quit.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, because
but I love what I was doing. I love my boss. I loved, you know, most of my coworkers. It's a small team of us. It was 3 of us, all women. And I'm just talking shit. I'm business advising. I'm telling you how to start up, how to scale. It's easy for me. You know what I mean? It's fun for me. I love advising. And so
you miss. So sometimes you miss because it sounds like you kind of miss clocking in and just like.
Well, I just got laid off on Monday.
I know.
Yes, but no, it started to get more and more like less and less flexible.
Okay.
Than what it was from the beginning.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But I made it work. I literally was working 3 full-time jobs, like legit. Running a company, you know, my business and trying to build this nonprofit.
It's like one you go get paid regardless. That one. That's why. And that's where I'm at too, like with this podcast, trying to monetize it, which is completely different. You are on a completely different level. I'm in no way comparing.
Oh yeah,
this to you.
But business is business, though. Yeah, business is business.
And I'm trying to figure out how to monetize. And it ain't,
so you can sustain.
Right. Yeah. Because I want to keep on telling these stories, and I want to keep on, you know, having these amazing conversations. But it's like, if I'm not making money, I gotta go back to work.
Yeah, and it's
There's no shame.
It's no shame in that, bro. Like, okay, it's 2025. Yeah. The world is burning down around us. Oof. Like legit. Yeah. The bill just got passed today. We don't know what the fuck life about to look like. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
what bill got passed today?
The big beautiful bill.
Oh, the big beautiful. It did.
It passed.
Oh.
Literally this afternoon, a couple hours ago.
That's why I had, okay.
Yeah, so.
Damn.
The world is burning down around us. You got to collect your coin however you can. You know what I mean? And I'm not telling you to go out here and work at McDonald's. No shame to whoever is doing that. But like, if this podcast is your passion and money and talking about this, go find you a position in that space, right? Yeah. Like, there's no shame in that. Go somewhere in a production studio where you're learning more about the back end of the podcast than you would learn trying to do it on your own, you know?
And well, my background is a nurse.
Okay.
I did some travel nursing. I made some money and I made some good investments, and that has allowed me to like kind of not have to work for a year.
Yeah.
So
and you can always go back.
They just hit me back but the only thing is it's 12 hours away, so I won't be able to. Like I said, I'll be re-upping, but I'm gonna have to take time away from this to do that. So I just wanted to talk because I know, like, for somebody who has as many employees as you, your salary may be your payroll for a week or 2 weeks. Like the like $50,000, $56,000. That's how much you might be putting out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks is $50K.
Yeah.
Dang.
That shit make you.
You know how long I've been living off of $50K?
Hey,
That's a lot of money.
I've been living off 50K.
That's a lot of money though, for real.
It's a lot of money. I would love for it to be mine.
Oh my gosh.
But that's again the nature of the game. It's business, right? You got to get to the point where you can net.
Yeah.
Right.
So if somebody wants to do something that you're doing, what is the first step of being a social entrepreneur? Because I always say I became an entrepreneur after I just changed my mind to do it. Like it was literally a mindset switch. But I do like to offer some actionable items as well. So what is something actionable that people can do?
I would say get clear on your why. That's very important to me, and that's what I tell my clients, right? Because we're in the era of the TikToks and the Instagrams and the start a business. You can get your G-Wagon on your business credit, follow these steps type time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So everybody thinks they're an entrepreneur. Everybody thinks that, and again, this is not me speaking from a shade point of view. This is just the reality of it, right? It's like everybody's not that. Everybody's not that. And so get clear with your why. Why do you want to start a business? Because starting a business just to start a business, or I want to be my own boss, or I want to control my schedule. It's like, baby, you think you working a lot for this man or this woman or whoever, whatever, this corporation, you're going to be working 10 times harder with your own business to get half of, or, what you making for this, So, and it's not to say that you can make way more in your business and your job, but your why is important because that's what's going to keep you going. That the superficialness of starting a business is not what's going to make you resilient through a pandemic, through losing out opportunities, through millions of no's, because you're going to get millions of no's before you get that yes, and so the why is important to me because you're always going to go back to that. Whether you have to pivot or adapt the business model, the why stays the same. So I think for me, that's the most important part. And it might sound kind of woo-woo or whatever, but it's like, like I said, I lost 90% of my income. If it was some superficial shit, I would have been like, oh, bro, I'm getting a job.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, fuck this.
Yeah.
But the why.
So how'd you come back from that?
Like I said, no SBA loans and all that. Okay. Yeah, the SBA loans.
Because you still had to pay payroll. It's $50,000.
Right. And so I tricked up that as some of that SBA money and keeping my staff, which like I should have let people go earlier or I should, but I lead with my heart. So I've got fucked a lot with that just because of, how I lead. It's pros and cons to that and have evolved as a leader too within the time since I've been in business since 2015, and get money for the first time in like 22, like
you were
making
like moving
10,
at light speed,
10, 15 grand a month back then, 22, 23, like, you couldn't tell me shit. Then I had to lose it a couple times to really humble my ass and be like, baby, this is not your self-worth. The dollar amount that you got in this bank account is not, who you are. It's not the value that you bring. But again, that why, right? So if the why is, I just got to make a lot of money. A lot of people, are successful in that, but for me, especially if we're talking about social entrepreneur, like it's not social, like, I'm throwing parties and shit. It's social of like impact, change,
wellness. Social,
change, social impact.
I've had, a lot of wellness people on here, and one of my favorite interviews was actually with the mental health therapist.
Okay.
I always used to plug his James Harris.
Okay. Yeah.
Mental Heal. Yeah. It's just, you guys are so dynamic. Everybody in that field, whether you running it or because it takes money to make money.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm thinking about it. How much money did you have to spend to be where you are right now?
Oh, millions. Millions. I mean, are we counting payroll? Are we counting?
No, I'm just counting like startup costs.
Oh, honestly, it doesn't cost a lot of money to start up in the mental health field. I think that's why a lot of people do it. I mean, you got to have, technically, when licensing comes to give you a license, you got to have 90 days worth of capital in the bank to show them that you can float this for 90 days.
Oh, okay.
Until you make money.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, I think back then at that time it was what, 30,000.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, something like that. To having a bank, just to show a bank statement to say I have this, so I can do it. But that's why, we sitting in this co-working space. A lot of mental health companies making millions of dollars. They paying $500 a month to be in a little room like this with a filing cabinet. It's me as to why I haven't been able to I haven't capitalized like that. Because I'm trying to change the world, leading with the heart. Like, I don't need that community center in Jackson Ward to do what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I could literally be in a room like this. I have no expenses but payroll and all that. But no, I got 2 buildings. I got, you know what I mean? Like, the expenses, right, is crazy. I also am not in the mental health field, like, focused on adults and like the higher revenue generating services. Yeah. We work with kids, which is the lower revenue generating, and our niche is actually school based. So we are in 3 school districts, but it's such a needed service. Yeah, but it's still very much so low revenue in comparison to everything else.
So you partner with a lot of community based organizations like schools, or do you community like hospitals? Is that one?
Yeah, people who can refer clients to us, who need that wraparound support. Or
so are you doing self-pay at all?
Yeah, for therapy. We offer a lot of different services, right? But therapy, yes, you can do self-pay, but that really isn't sustainable. I mean, a lot of people who gonna pay $100, $120 for an hour. I mean, some people do, but our population is primarily Medicaid based. For our therapists now, we have a lot of different people, because we take commercial insurance as well, private insurance, and
with this big beautiful bill and tariffs and DEI funding being snatched, how is that looking for you? I mean, it sounds like you just kind of getting through it, like.
Yeah, I mean, you're just going to have to figure it out.
You just got to figure it out.
It is really not no option to it. It's nothing you can do about it. You know what I mean? The Medicaid cuts, prayerfully, they don't. I mean, my business is maybe, 75% Medicaid funded?
Wow.
Yeah, so they cut Medicaid, and that could change some things.
Jesus Christ.
So, yeah, it's all about diversifying income, figuring out other ways to make money.
Yeah.
But now I lost my job, so I got more time.
Yeah.
To focus on the business.
If it's just like people sometimes say they lost their jobs and they be like sad. Like, you look like you kind of relieved.
I've been sad. I've been sad this week. I ain't gonna lie. I've been sad, but part of really is like, it's the control. Yeah. It's like I didn't do it on my own terms. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, and I wanted to have a plan. Like, okay, I'm doing, Capricorn shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But I know Capricorns well. Y'all.
Oh, you must have dated one. That was that was that
look. Yeah. Yeah. It was. Anyway.
And what are you?
I'm a Taurus. Why you look like that? You was like,
I love Taurus. Okay, I love Taurus.
We chameleons. We can get along with anybody.
I love Taurus men.
Okay.
But they're different. But you like.
I mean, I fit, a little bit of the description. Yeah.
So we can. You might be one of the ones.
We can be friends after this. I think that would be fun.
But the Taurus girls, they sometimes can be.
You probably talking about the April ones, because the May and April girl Tauruses are different.
Okay. Well, what are you?
I'm a May Taurus, so I'm more even.
Okay, my sisters are May, but they're also twins, so nuts. Anyway, I think twins.
Oh, so dang, you used to May Taurus, yeah. I feel like April Taurus are a little bit more. Well, we all closed off, but they're a little bit more snappy. Okay, I feel like May is kind of like even keel, chill. We are obviously the bull, so like, very bullheaded, very stubborn. Yeah, absolutely, we will stand on it. Yeah, ain't nothing you can say that can stop us from standing on it.
I know,
but. Right, with your sisters, I'm sure. And they twins? Yeah. Jesus Christ. How they deal with each other? Because it's hard for me to deal with people as Taurus. Okay.
I have no idea.
We'll leave that one alone.
Yeah, we're going to leave that one where it's at, baby. That is not my pot to stir.
All right, let's get into some fun little questions before we wrap it up.
Okay.
You knew the relationship was over when what? Woo!
Whoa, she just hit me with that
one. Left field.
Wow. I knew the relationship was over when I no longer wanted to get in bed with you.
that you were so comfortable saying that, but I guess
that's the first thing I thought of. Like,
it's just not even. Dang. And then I love that we can have this conversation because you used to be a sex therapist, right? Or you wanted to be. So you were very comfortable talking about those topics.
Too early. Why am I in high school talking about that? I'm gonna be a sex therapist.
Hey, you know your calling is your calling.
That's, I think, in my kept married 40-year-old life.
Okay.
Like my next breath, right? Like my what you call it? Your second wind, like your next career, life and stuff. It's gonna be that. Like a sex doula, sex coach, sex something. Yeah, something.
What made you want to do that though? Like, it's just something that like
I just always been obsessed with love. Like I'm obsessed with like love, relationship, like seeing real love.
Yeah.
Because I felt like even though in my broken homeness, quote unquote, my dad and my mom loved each other. Like my mom not coherent, but she'll name her teddy bear Freddie. My daddy name. Like, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now in the spiritual, like she visits him often, right? Like she's always in his dreams. How you know? He told me every morning. I dreamed about your mom, and she did this and then the third. You know, all that. And my relationship with my mom has gotten stronger after she passed. Like in spirit, yeah, it's crazy. I never had a relationship with my mom until she passed. Feel her, yeah.
You feel her,
but I don't see or hear. Like that's not my gift.
What's your gift?
I mean, I have the gift of vision, but in sleeping, not in real time. Like I have homegirls that see, like somebody sitting right there with you, but
no,
my gift. Yeah,
my friend has that. Like she will see people. Okay, so I dated her, but anyways, we was in the bed and like it was shout out to you. And I was at my old apartment, so this was a long time. I haven't lived in an apartment in a long time. But she was like, she woke up and she felt like a strong male presence, and then she saw it. And she was like, yeah, it was like a big dude, like tall. I was like, oh shit, that's my papa. That's my my granddaddy was in my house. Like, it's just crazy to see. And we were driving to Virginia Beach one day, and my father passed before I was born.
Okay.
And she said, your daddy just sat here and told me that he didn't like the outfit that he had on at the funeral, but he loved the shoes. I never heard this conversation. I never, how I'm supposed to know?
Yeah.
I called my grandma and she was like, I told her what my friend said, and she was like, she said that? I was like, yeah. She was like, we put him on some gators that day in the casket. Like she was like, but he hated the suit that he wore because he wore it at the prom. And I was like, this is crazy. This is really real.
Nah, that's real. It's real.
Whew. All right. At your age, what's the perfect gift for you?
I'm not a flowers girl.
Not a flower girl?
No, I'm a different kind of flowers girl.
Wait, like, what you mean? You know what came to my mind? The rose.
Oh no.
Okay, all right.
We're on a money podcast. Yeah, not on the sex.
Okay,
podcast.
I'm sorry, but that's what I went to. Cause
some green up, some herbal, some
like
herbal
weed?
things. Yeah.
Okay,
but no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying I'm not a flower girl, but I would take those flowers over some real flowers. But a perfect gift for me, really, is like getting me away, unplugging me.
Okay.
Yeah, unplugging me.
Is it okay to stay friends with an ex?
Yeah. If it's amicable.
If it's amicable.
Yeah.
What level of adulting have you reached?
Nigga, what? I'm trying to unlevel myself.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not a mom yet. Okay. And I'm not a wife yet. And I haven't bought a house yet.
Really?
See, because I was dumb and young, tricking off.
I'm ready to say you done made millions of dollars.
I haven't made. I mean,
the business
gross.
has.
I done touched.
The business has, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
So that's the level of adulting that I haven't done. I mean, I don't cook.
One of the most...
I think those are adulting things.
I don't cook either. So, but I do have a house, but that's because I got really into real estate investment. One of the most successful people I know does not have a house. Like, she sold it and just lives in an apartment because that's just what works for her.
Yeah.
Her business is downtown, her apartment's downtown.
Yeah. Nah, I feel that. Convenience is big for me.
What's the hardest thing you ever had to admit to yourself?
to humble myself.
Ooh.
Yeah, humble myself.
You weren't
getting
humble?
laid off on Monday humbled the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
Yes, it did. Yes. Because I never experienced that. Never been on this end. I always been on the other end. So I think also part of my experience with this job was learning how to be an employee. Because it makes me a better boss. I never had that experience. So, yeah.
How'd you feel when that happened? It was just like, dang, like, because you said you kind of knew it was going to happen. But you just didn't know when. Yeah. But it just still caught you off guard.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure. Yeah, but humbling myself.
Okay.
Yeah. Ego death, for sure.
So you've been operating out of ego before?
Yeah. I mean, you go back, thread the line from our conversation, right?
Yeah.
My first relationship with money was like my worth and everything is surrounded by making all this money. Then I go into business and start making all this money. I was also the only female, so I was around a bunch of niggas, my cousin and his boys. So we get money and I'm just fully in my masculine.
Wow.
Right, like I bought my Jeep. I'm just pulling up on curbs and
Wrangler Jones.
Yeah, that was my dream
one
car.
Of those.
My dream.
What color
car.
was it?
It's white. It's out there with
okay,
gold rims and very much so big boy. Like, yeah.
Okay.
You don't think it's me when I pull up type thing. Yeah. So that my Jeep is 10 years old. So my Jeep has, traveled with me through this journey.
Yeah.
Of an ego death. Yeah. But then you lose money multiple times. You lose friends. You lose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ego death for sure.
All right. Well, look, I ain't gonna keep you too long, but
no, we good.
This has
been fun.
Good. Well, this is one thing that I do. Okay. And I'll get you to do this too. So the last person who came left a question for you. She didn't know who was gonna be here, but I just asked my guest to like leave a question for the next guest, not knowing who is coming. Which is interesting because this is a wellness question. So
Okay.
What's one ritual or routine that keeps you grounded in your wellness? Other than money. Well,
money
not even money.
Yeah, nah.
It's just like
it's my time with God in the morning. Yeah, I don't compromise on that.
So you have like a routine where you wake up and you.
Yeah, full gratitude, prayer, like. Yeah. At least an hour.
You go to church on Sundays? I haven't been in a while.
No, me and my grandma watch. My day with her all day is Sunday, so we watch her church on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, I was raised Episcopal. She raised me as an Episcopalian, so we watch her church, St. Philip's Episcopal Church, on YouTube on Sundays.
Shout out to y'all. They black?
Yeah, they black.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, black woman, priest.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm also a Life Church,
Okay, shout out to TLC.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cool. What else we got? What you got? What's next for you? Will we other than the
look? Nothing matters but Legacy Week right now. Yeah. All roads lead to Legacy Week. Legacy lives here. Come pull up on us. We definitely want to see the men out to the mentality. That's our first ever, event for men's mental health. So we want y'all to come out. Yeah, and also want y'all to check out our interactive map. So it's our first year dropping that. So shout out to Collect Virginia, Lo Macio, creating the interactive map. You get to see all the places in the city that we're touching with Legacy Week. So it's a really dope addition.
I love that, and it's so crazy because are you familiar with John Hope Bryant?
Who?
Sorry, he's one of the he has a podcast on Black Effect, which is Charlamagne's network.
Okay.
He's like one of the biggest real estate investors in Atlanta. But I listen to his podcast often. I take most of my quotes because we will end off on a quote. Most of my quotes come from him.
Okay.
And you have a quote here by Shirley Chisholm on your website. It says, "Service is the rent we pay for the privilege of living on this earth." And I always thought John Hope Bryant was the creator of that. So like now that I see that Shirley Chisholm is on here, which is a black woman who said that, I'm like, wow, because it's true. Service is the rent we pay for the privilege,
absolutely,
of living here, and you're the embodiment of service. Like you said, like you done gone broke even when your employees had, so when you had to break them off something, or like you said, you could be operating out of a small space, but you have 2 buildings, and don't own a house, and that's intentional for you. Right. So like that's. Right. It seems like you're constantly putting others before yourself, but you enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, in a way,
it's
not.
You wait till my Plus Talk drops.
I can't believe
everybody got to hold me accountable to that, because that talks about me and my self-care journey and everything. So yeah.
I'm so sad I missed it. My friend's birthday party was that day.
No, it's all good. The footage gonna be great. Shout out to B Love. Shout out to the Loves. My homegirl Nene and her husband. Oh. Yeah, that was their inaugural first gala. So
okay, yeah, I saw them on the news. I think
B and Ashley were on the news. Ashley was his award recipient for the Plus Talk. Yeah, Ashley from the Well Collective.
Yeah, I love Ashley. Yeah. Ashley is like, I idolize her a little bit, which I know we shouldn't have idols, but like, and we've had like really good conversations. We've had lunch, and I will tell people all the time, like, if I ain't felt supported by nobody, like, she really lives that support situation. Yeah. So anyways, well, thank you so much. I could sit here and talk to you for hours.
Yes. And how long? What we at? An hour and a half?
Who knows? You've been here since 5:30. It's 6:53.
Okay.
So it's like, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but go ahead and drop us with a quote or a gem, something that's just been getting you through it. And where's mine's at? What my quote says?
It's a quote that's been getting me through it.
So we can FaceTime my God baby, because I know she could be so excited to meet you.
What is a quote?
Hold on. Do I have one?
I'll do one from the Plus Talk. But pour and stay full.
What's it called?
Pour and stay full.
Pour and stay full. Okay, that's a vibe.
So that's from Brittany Dennis. She an author out the 7-5.
Okay. Let me write that down.
Yeah, B Dennis. Pour and stay full. She trademarked it too.
Lit. Okay, I love that.
I tatted it on me 10 years ago.
What? Oh, you do got some tattoos?
Just a few. I look like a coloring book. Yeah.
No. You look great. I love the whole aesthetic. Like, because you like wrapped up into this little person, but like you would never even know. This small package was the fresh fish. What are they called? What the feed in stitch? Them on fire. Like, you're great.
I appreciate it.
This is my quote. Some people would rather be in a familiar hell rather than an unfamiliar heaven. And I'm gonna leave y'all with that.
Okay.
And I'm saying, mic drop. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. This has been an amazing episode. Thank you again, Miss Korinn, for my candle, my legacy necklace that you can only get
from the Legacy Center.
The Legacy Center.
Check out our gift shop online.
Check out the gift shop online.
Pull up on us in person.
Pull up on them. Pull up on them in person. I'm coming to Legacy Week.
Yeah, you better.
I'm coming to Legacy Week. I'm excited about that.
You gonna be my op in the mentality.
Ooh,
you gonna be my op in there.
You say you would give me the press pass, right? With the joint. Okay, is it like a lanyard? I gotta make my own, because I'll make my own.
We don't even have no press badges. We gotta create something.
It's just don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'll get a t-shirt made. Don't even worry about it. It'll be just fine. Y'all see me. I'm gonna be at Legacy Week, so if y'all looking for me,
pull up on us.
July 14th through the 19th. That's where I'll be at. Come say what's up. Support the community.
Yeah.
Thank y'all so much again. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Peace, blessings. Good night.